Welcome to the Claims List View Learning Module of AR Rhythm, copyright 2020 by Recurb Innovations. The Claims List View, or CLV, is the heart of AR Rhythm. The CLV is where medical claims can be worked, which is to say that notes can be added and transactions can be recorded. Let's take a closer look at the CLV by logging into AR Rhythm and navigating to the CLV. Expand the Claim Summary dashboard by clicking on the Claim Summary dashboard name. Click on the Expand icon on the left side of the dashboard. Double-click on the value in the new column for Test Manager. This action launches the CLV, which contains a list of the claims in a new state assigned to Test Manager. Starting on the left side of the screen, the default CLV shows the following columns. Actions. Hovering over each icon in the Actions column reveals a description of the action that will occur if the icon is clicked. One option is to hide the row. If this action is chosen, the row will be hidden from the CLV window until the screen is refreshed. Clicking on the post-transaction icon will launch a transaction window. Transactions include actions like recording a payment or submitting a claim for write-off review. Transactions will be covered in the Transactions Learning module. State. The state column indicates the state in which a claim exists in AR Rhythm. Examples of states include new, active, paid, recovered, write-off or WO, patient balance transfer or PBT, etc. States will be covered in more detail in the States Learning module. Ticket. The ticket column indicates the ticket number, which corresponds to the ticket, claim, or encounter number that identifies the claim in the corresponding EMR or practice management system from which the claim details were imported. The ticket number is unique within each client account. Double-clicking on the ticket number launches the Claim Detail View, or CDV, for the respective claim. The CDV is covered in more detail in the CDV Learning module. Patient ID. This column indicates the patient ID, which corresponds to the patient ID that identifies the patient in the corresponding EMR or practice management system from which the claim details were imported. The patient ID is unique within each client account. It is important to note that no protected health information, name, address, date of birth, etc., is contained within the AR Rhythm database. Primary insurance. This column identifies the insurance company to which the respective claim was filed prior to being imported into AR Rhythm. Billing provider. This column identifies the billing provider recorded on the respective claim. Date of service. This column identifies the date of service recorded on the respective claim. Charge. This column identifies the total charges recorded on the respective claim. Rhythm balance. This column identifies the current insurance balance remaining on the claim. It could be lower than the original insurance balance if partial payments have been recorded since the claim was originally imported into AR Rhythm. Denial code. This column identifies the denial code assigned to the claim by the AR biller. Denial codes are used in AR Rhythm to indicate one of the following. 1. That a claim is new, which means that it has not been worked by an AR biller within AR Rhythm since first import. 2. That a claim was paid in full prior to an AR biller working the claim in AR Rhythm. 3. The primary reason that a claim has not been paid by an insurance company. 4. The reason that a claim was transferred to patient responsibility. Or 5. The reason that a claim was written off. Denial codes in AR Rhythm may or may not directly correspond to electronic remittance advice, or ERA, adjustment reason and remark codes returned by a respective carrier. They are intended to indicate to the AR biller and AR managers the specific reason why the claim has not been paid and the most effective actions required to get the claim processed and paid. Denial codes are covered in more detail in the Denial and Action Code Learning module. Action. This column identifies the action code assigned to the claim by the AR biller. Action codes are used in AR Rhythm to indicate the action or steps the AR biller has performed in order to get the claim processed. When a claim is new, the action code equals new. When a claim is paid, the action code will be paid. Codes are covered in more detail in the Denial and Action Code Learning module. DLT. This column indicates the last time that a claim was worked by an AR biller. The acronym stands for Date Last Touched. When a claim is new, the DLT is null. The DLT is updated each time a claim is worked. In AR Rhythm, worked means that a recovery note was added or a transaction was performed. Paid claims do not have a DLT since they were never worked in AR Rhythm. For resolved claims, claims in the recovered, PBT, or write-off states, the DLT indicates the date of the transaction that resulted in the claim moving to a resolved state. Notes. This column indicates the most recent recovery note added to the respective claim. In the CLV, the notes column is truncated to 128 characters. All recovery notes added to a claim can be seen in the Claim Detail View or CDV for the claim. The Claim Detail View is covered in more detail in the Claim Detail View learning module. Assigned username. This column indicates the user to whom the respective claim is assigned. The scroll bar on the right side of the CLV allows the user to scroll through the claims shown on the CLV. By default, each page of the CLV shows 25 claims. The visible rows selector in the lower left corner of the CLV allows the user to specify 25, 50, or 100 claims per page. The page selector is located in the lower right corner of the CLV. The user can maneuver to a different page of the CLV by clicking on the desired page number. The AR Rhythm banner is located in the upper left corner of the CLV. Clicking on Rhythm returns the user to the dashboard page. To the right of the banner is the Claim Filter Controls button. Clicking on the CFC button launches the Claim Filter Controls. The CFC allows the user to filter the CLV to only show claims with specific state flags set. For example, if the user wishes to only see PBT pending claims, the PBT pending control can be selected. The resulting screen will contain only claims with the PBT pending flag set. Multiple filters can be set simultaneously. Moving to the right at the top of the CLV is the Clear Filters button. Clicking the Clear Filters button will clear all applied filters to the CLV. To the right of the Clear Filters button is the Batch Assign button. Clicking the Batch Assign button as a manager puts the CLV in Batch Assign mode. It is important to note that AR billers are not allowed to create batches. Assigning claims via batches is covered in more detail in the Batches learning module. To the right of the Batch Assign button is the Manager RB toggle. There are 3 roles in AR Rhythm: Administrator, Manager, and AR Biller, or RB. Managers have the option to use the CLV in Manager mode or RB mode. For example, transactions can only be performed by RBs. Therefore, if a manager wants to record a transaction, he or she must be in RB mode. Other functions can only be performed by managers when the managers are in Manager mode. Clicking on Manager or RB will toggle a user mode for a manager. The Manager RB toggle is present for RBs, but the toggle is not active. Manager and RB functions are covered in separate learning modules. The upper right corner of the CLV contains a search field and 3 buttons. The search function can be used to find a claim by ticket number or any other parameter of the claim. However, if a filter has been applied to the CLV, then the search criteria will only be applied to the claims in the filtered view. Let's try searching for ticket 117661. The CLV now shows the ticket for which we were searching. Let's click the Clear Filters button to return to an unfiltered view of the CLV. The Refresh button will reset the scroll bar to the top position. The Toggle button changes the layout of the CLV so that all of the information contained in the CLV for each claim can be displayed in 2 columns. This view condenses the CLV information for each claim to a single screen. This is the column view of the CLV. Let's return to the standard view of the CLV by clicking the Toggle button. The last button in the upper right corner of the CLV is the Column Filter button. This filter allows users to specify which columns are displayed and/or hidden in the CLV. For example, let's add the Claim First Filed column to the CLV. The First Filed column has now been added to the CLV. Finally, in the lower left corner of the CLV is an Export to CSV button. Clicking this button will download a CSV file to the user's desktop containing all of the claims in the current CLV view. If a filter from the claim summary dashboard has been applied, the first row of the CLV file will contain a description of the filter applied. After clicking the Export to CSV button, the user is prompted for the name of the file and the location on the local machine where the file will be downloaded. Let's return to the dashboard page by clicking on the AR Rhythm banner. This concludes the CLV learning module for AR Rhythm. Thank you for taking the time to view this module. If you have any questions, please send them to questions@arrhythm.com. Until next time.